Hey kids, thanks for joining us today at the Markham Public Library on our Facebook Live event. So today we're going to make a volcano. So what is a volcano? A volcano is basically a hole in the Earth's crust that lava spews out of, which is the Earth's magma, which is a material beneath the Earth's crust. So today we're going to make a volcano out of paper mache, and then we'll have a lava actually coming out of the volcano. So what you're going to need for today's project is a jar or a glass of some sort that is quite narrow at the top, so maybe a bottle. So if you have actually a water bottle of some sort or a glass jar, that would work perfectly. And you're going to need some vinegar and some baking soda, flour, water, food coloring if you have it, because we might want to make the lava orange if you're able to. So orange food coloring, or if you have red and yellow food coloring, that works perfectly, because red and yellow make orange. If you have a funnel, that could be useful as well. And if you want to paint your volcano black or brown, as they typically are, they're usually a bit of an ashy black color. So if you have that paint, that's great. Just make sure it's non-toxic, and we're ready to go. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the paste for the volcano to stick together. So you're going to want about a cup of flour, and you're going to mix it with 2 cups of water. And this is a non-toxic paste we're going to use. So if you have a measuring cup, measure out about 1 cup of flour and then 2 cups of water. And so you're going to want to mix it together in a basin. Get an adult to help you with this. And then once you have the liquid mixed about, you're going to want it to be a little bit thickened, so you might need to leave it out for about half an hour or so, or you can use it as is. So either way, it will stick together. So what we're going to do is we're going to then get our jar, put it on either a flat piece of cardboard or a newspaper, or I have a tray here, plastic tray. And you're going to want to dip pieces of newspaper. Just cut a bunch of pieces of newspaper into strips, like so. You're going to want to dip it in the mixture that you have created. Dip it in the mixture like so, so that it is lathered completely in the mixture. And then you're going to want to paste it along the edges of the top of the bottle or glass jar that you're using, like so. So it's going around the edge here. And you're going to continue that till this whole thing is covered. It has to look like a mountain. So just make sure you leave the top uncovered so that there is a hole. That's where our lava is going to come out of. Just continue covering the container like so, and go all the way around. See, we're getting a mountain shape. It's starting to look like a volcano. So you'll see it's starting to stick together. And then you're going to want to continue reinforcing it by putting more and more papers on top so that it gets stronger and it can hold. So you can see I did it all the way around. Just make sure to smooth it out and that it's sticking together. And it's looking good so far. Just continue that to strengthen it. And then once you're done, you're going to lay it out to dry for about as long as it takes, to be honest. It took me a few hours for the paste to dry, but yours might dry quicker. And then once it's dry, you can paint your volcano either black or brown, or whatever color you want. So after the volcano is painted and dry, it should look something like this. So you can see that the top is left open, and that after it's dried, it's quite sturdy. So we use the paper mache technique. So what you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to make your lava. So how are we going to make the lava today? We're going to use vinegar and baking soda. So baking soda or sodium bicarbonate is a base, and it reacts with the acid, acetic acid or vinegar, to make a chemical reaction which releases carbon dioxide gas, which allows it to overflow, as you'll see here. So I'm going to need some baking powder. So about a spoonful or two spoonfuls of baking powder. You can do 4 if you feel inclined to, but 2 should work. So you're going to put it in. If you want, you can use the assistance of funnel. Really get it in there. Or you can spoon it in. It's up to you. So once we have our baking soda inside, we're going to add a cup of vinegar. So you can add food coloring to the vinegar. We can use red food coloring. I don't have yellow food coloring at the moment. It should make a nice, rich color. Adding our vinegar. A cup of vinegar. You can pour it in if you need to use a funnel. You can go for that. If not, I have a spoon on, and it should overflow perfectly. And there you go. You got an active volcano. Pretty cool, right? Whew. So once the lava comes out, it does harden and it creates more land or rock. So there are volcanoes actually under the water, under the ocean, that they create islands when they erupt. Yeah. So you don't need too much baking soda. Well, I hope you enjoyed your science project today. Thank you for joining me. Let me know how your volcanoes go and if you need any help in the comments below. Have a great day.